Welcome to another edition of Len's Burning Bush. I am Len Harvey. Before I bring on my guest for the week, I want to talk about what's really burning my bush. So the calendar is getting closer to Black Friday. Yes, the term for the Friday following Thanksgiving Day in the U.S. Many stores give you the high promoted sales on Black Friday and open up very early, sometimes even as early as the day before on Thanksgiving Day. Now, Black Friday has routinely been the busiest shopping day of the year in the U.S. since at least 2005. And the early evidence, because I like to teach when I do this, the early evidence of Black Friday was back in Philadelphia in 1961, where it was used by police to describe the heavy pedestrian and vehicular traffic that would occur on the day after Thanksgiving. Now, of course, the earliest use of Black Friday occurred in the journal Factory Management and Maintenance in November 1951 and again in 52. Now, this was a little bit different. It referred to the practice of workers who called in sick on the day after Thanksgiving in order to have that 4-day weekend that we love so much. Now, however, this use appears not to have caught on very well. Now, of course, we see more of this like Black Thursday, Cyber Monday now, all with the idea, who in the F are we really buying for in the first place, right? Does anyone really wait online to buy Christmas gifts for anyone else, but they're probably buying for themselves? That's what I always thought, that people are just now buying for themselves. I'm sure there's a few out there that actually do buy for other people and will wait in line to buy stuff for themselves and for other people as well. But who really needs anything anymore? Finally, some stores have actually seen the light and have decided to close on Thanksgiving this year, which seems, as well to have been wrong to have sales on a day we were supposed to be thankful for and spend time with the family. Now, I get why retailers do this, because retailers traditionally operated at a financial loss for most of the year, from January to November, and they made their profit during the holiday season, beginning on the day after Thanksgiving. Under this theory, it's the beginning of the period when retailers would no longer be in the red, so hence the Black Friday name. Now, people have gone to online shopping. Adobe Analytics reported that $9 billion in online sales last year, which was 22% more than the year before, and foot traffic, unfortunately, fell 48%. Now, this Thanksgiving Day, all of the stores I'm going to mention here are closed. Aldi, Bed Bath & Beyond, Best Buy, Costco, Dick's Sporting Goods, Sam's Club, Target, TJ Maxx, all of them are closed. Now, there were times in life when people would stand in line for food when they're hungry. But now we stand in line for that big screen TV at a reduced price. Now, if you're thinking that you need to buy your kids this year for Christmas, if you're thinking on what to buy, you can think again, because they are now Veruca Salt. Do you remember from Willy Wonka? Do you remember her? Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa now. Now, all year long, they get this. All year long, we're getting the Veruca Salt. This has caused the Christmas list to be non-existent. Because of that random Tuesday in September, they just got the new iPhone already. Now, I know there are many families that can't do that and don't get all of these things. So before you go out and buy out Walmart and give things to your Verucas on Christmas, tell them that you decided that Santa is not coming this year, and their presents are going to go to people that actually need them. The time of giving should be better than receiving, and let's try to remember that why we are giving in the first place. Peace on earth, goodwill toward men. And finally, I saw a meme this week that I thought, it made me think, why don't grocery stores participate in Black Friday? Because let's be honest, we don't need 20% off a flat screen TV. Give me half off on Tide and $1 gallon of milk, and then you best believe we'll be there at 3 a.m. in the morning. With that being said, it's time to bring on my guest for the week. She is already laughing. She is the host and news personality who is known as the voice of Sheila from the comic science fiction video series Red vs. Blue. She's already anchored for WFOR TV in Miami, KTLA. She's done a lot of stuff, obviously. And host of the Cruising with Yomary. For the second time, please welcome the great Yomary Cruz to Len's Burning Bush. And I noticed you were laughing through this, so hopefully you understood what I was getting at.
Absolutely. There is not a thing that I need. Seriously, I have too much stuff. There's nothing that I need. So I totally agree with your sentiment. And honestly, I've always wondered who's out there in that scene waiting for the doors to open because okay, I'll fess up. I waited in line once, and it was an absurd, ridiculous line, but it wasn't for Black Friday. It was because my iPhone was broken and I needed one desperately. So I waited in the ridiculous line on the day that the iPhone came out. I did that once, and it was out of sheer necessity. But I cannot see myself standing in line waiting for pretty much anything. There's like nothing that I want so badly that I am willing to wait in line for hours and much less fight people for. So
I agree. And I think what the problem is, and I brought this up on the rant, and I thought of this, that no one really wants anything because throughout the year, we just go and buy it. And I think what the problem has become, it's like that scene when she says, Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa now. We want it now. I want the world. I want the whole world, right? We want it now, and we just get it. So when it comes to the Christmas now, there's nothing to get anybody anymore. And I think we have really just made a mockery of this whole thing. So what I'd like to do this year is the money that you were going to spend for your kids this year, or I'm not talking directly to you, I'm talking in general, that anyone who has kids knows this, because it used to be that in my house, it looked like Toys R Us threw up in my playroom, right? On Christmas morning, right? Toys R Us, of course, is no longer with us. Toy, sorry. But the point I'm making here is that the kids do not need anything. Take the money that you were going to do, and there's got to be a family where a winter coat is important to people, and they need it, and the kid that, doesn't need anything, and like you just mentioned, they already got their iPhone 13. They're sitting there with the latest and greatest of everything. They're driving the Mercedes. They don't need anything from you, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that would be a great thing to do. Like if we all said this year, let's just take that money and use it for someone who really actually needs it. It would be like a beautiful thing, I like that. I really like that idea.
I tried to do that a couple of times to my wife would not go for the whole thing of the kids not getting anything. Like she didn't like that. I thought that would, I mean, it's like take the money and just get other kids something. Like pick a family that I mean, I know what the problem is. A lot of people don't want to take gifts and they feel bad if you're again, you don't want to make them feel bad, but take a kid to a shopping spree or do something that they could really use it rather than you giving it to your kids who really don't appreciate anything anymore, right? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's where we are right now.
Well, maybe there's a compromise, like what if you say, okay, I am going to give my child a gift so that we acknowledge Christmas and they can have a celebration. But I am not going to overwhelm them with gifts to sort of teach them what the sentiment is about, which is, you want to think about other people and not just yourself. And so maybe there's a compromise in there where you and your wife can be happy about what you choose to do this Christmas, you know?
Well, my kids are older now, so they're getting nothing. No, I'm just... So they already get stuff throughout the year. My kids are plenty taken care of. So I'm including myself in this mix. We all do it. They don't need anything. Everybody always asks you, well, what can I buy you? And I'm like, I don't need anything. I can go, if I really wanted to get something, I would have bought it by now. Like that's my point. So I don't need anything. So again, Yomary, don't get me anything this year. Just, I don't want anything.
I am so glad you're letting me off the hook because I was like, what am I going to get this year?
I am so hard to shop for. No, I always feel like you'll get a gift. And my mother used to do this too. People would come over and she felt like she had to get a gift for someone who was coming over who she barely met. But she had to get like a pair of gloves or just something so that you could give, right? And I'm always thinking a gift for the sake of that is not, and I've talked about this before, I hate the elephant gift exchange, and I had a whole episode on that because, again, you're putting $25 of your own money for a gift for someone who you're going to get back $25 of that money. So I like to get rid of the middleman, and I'll buy something that I like. Right?
Okay, that defeats the whole
Exactly. That's my point. It's so stupid that we sit there and have to, let's get a gift for some. I mean, you work with somebody, so you got to get them a gift? No. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. They could buy their own gifts. You could buy their own gifts. Just have a drink, raise a glass. That is all you need to do. That's kind of what I'm thinking about.
When I think about it from your point of view, I'm thinking, we used to spend a lot of time going shopping for people, buying them things we thought they would like, and then it wouldn't be their taste, it wouldn't be whatever, so then they'd have to go spend a lot of time returning it, exchanging it for something else. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's sort of like, cut out the middleman, do your own thing. Here's the $25. Go buy something.
Absolutely. And there are things that you could do to your loved ones, to your family, that you think about. Maybe if you knew the person a little bit and know what they really like. Like, for instance, you're at a store and the person likes chocolate, and likes the specific kind of chocolate, and you pick it up. Or people know that I like Charleston chews, and they'll pick up the little ones and they get that. That's a thoughtful gift because that I like that. That is something that I if you just got me a pair of gloves, and I never wear gloves, then what the heck is the good of that, right? I don't return it. I just leave it in the drawer and never use it. So what good is that? Right?
Oh, I know. As a kid, I used to get my dad all kinds of things. I remember saving up my lunch money to get my dad, I don't remember, I think it was an electric shaver or something. And the thing got rusty in the drawer. He never once used it. And I felt bad. I felt like I had done wrong, but it's just I guess I picked wrong.
No, it's just that we don't know our family the way we think we do. We got to find something that they really like. And you don't have to usually wait online for that. They're not caring. I mean, we can go out and get a TV. Is that a big deal anymore? I think the biggest thing now, the gaming systems and all that, now you can't get the PlayStation 5 because it's been out it's $1,000. I don't care what kid. I am not spending $1,000 on a PlayStation 5 for any kid. That's ridiculous. I think we need to stop there. Don't go into debt just to get them something that, they don't really, need.
No. Oh my gosh. You are so right on that. And I think not having everything does give you an appreciation for just what you do have.
Yeah.
So I think there is a point where maybe there's too much stuff,
I think we've hit that. I really do. I think we have too much technology, too much stuff. Every day is Christmas for most of these kids. They're like, it's a Thursday. Oh, let's go get them the latest PlayStation or whatever, and they have it already. So by the time they put their list together, there's nothing on there that you can actually buy anymore.
Well, I mean, that is a certain percentage of, the world. And then there's the people who really do need things.
So there you go. So we got to switch to that. Stop with the greed, and let's take care of the people that need it. So find a family that their kids might not be as fortunate as your kids, and tell your kids that this year their gifts are being donated to someone else because they don't need it.
And you know what? I had a job once where we actually did adopt a family, and everyone would contribute to making their holiday spectacular. And I like that idea. I think you can team up with other people. You can do it as a work activity. I think it's just a fun thing to do, to also try to make someone's day spectacular that wouldn't be able to do that on their own. So I think there's something really fabulous about that.
I love it. I love the idea, and let's do it this year, and if you can, because I think it'll make somebody happy. So I wanted to see, we're going to pivot a little bit. I wanted to see if you caught the latest episode, the latest People magazine, where it had the sexiest man alive. And Paul Rudd is on here. And Paul Rudd looks the same as he did in Clueless in 1990 something. How is this possible that he could look exactly the same as he did when he was in the movie Clueless, which was 30 years ago? I don't know.
Good genes?
I guess. He is, it's amazing. God bless him. But he hasn't aged a bit.
No, he looks the same as the first time I saw him. So I don't know what's going on there. Good plastic surgery. I don't know.
Yeah, but do you follow these things? Were you upset? Do you care about who gets voted the sexiest man alive? Is there anybody that you would have voted for that didn't get nominated?
You know what? Honestly, I do not put a whole lot of weight on that. I think he's funny and he deserves it just as much as the next guy. And I like him. He seems to be a really nice guy. But I don't really care because, all those other sexiest men alive from like last year and the year before, they're still alive.
That's true. They should make votes again. Well, they did vote. So speaking of which, if you get the episode, listen to me, episode. It's not. It's a magazine. You get the latest edition of People. And you will be able to see this. But inside, it's got some interesting other people that were nominated or won. The sexiest first-time dad is Henry Golding, who's 34 years old.
Okay.
Sexiest for 2 decades is kind of your point, and that's Clooney, George Clooney, who happens to be 60, and he looks pretty good for 60, doesn't he?
Wow. I had no idea he was 60.
Exactly. So the sexiest TV chef was Antonio Peroski, who's 37.
Okay.
The real estate king, sexiest real estate king, of course, Drew Scott. But I would feel bad if I was his brother because they both work together, right? But I guess Drew's the real estate. He's the agent. So that's kind of where that goes.
Okay.
Because they're twins, aren't they?
Right.
Sexiest, this is the stupidest thing. The sexiest Peloton cycling instructor is Alex Toussaint.
That's getting very specific.
Yeah, it's getting a little too specific. And then your sexiest internet boyfriend, I don't know why this is, but Keanu Reeves is this choice for the sexiest.
Internet boyfriend?
Yeah, I don't get that. It's social media users have, been swamped over, this situation. I don't know. I'm not even, but that's.
He seems like a really nice guy, and Keanu Reeves, and I think he would totally be in line to do something like what we're talking about with the Christmas thing.
Yes.
He is known to give like the crew motorcycles at the end of a shoot. He's extremely generous and nice to people on the subway and things like that. So. Yeah, I think he'd be on board with your idea for Christmas.
I think so. We should start it. I think we should start a trend this year. The kids get nothing. Good day, sir. There's nothing. They don't need anything. That's what we're gonna do. But
yeah, I'd be on board with him being sexiest man alive too. Because he's a very nice guy, and I like nice, so that works for me.
Nice is working. I like nice as well. So look at that. So
nice is working.
Now I know we've talked about this. We've talked about you are marriage and all these things, and I wanted to bring this up because there is a show that is now on that is called Addicted to Marriage. It is a TLC show. Now listen to this one, okay?
Okay.
There's a woman on here, Monette, who is on the show, TLC, which. Is going to be on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock Eastern on TLC. It premieres Tuesday, so I think it might be premiering this week, or maybe it already premiered. I don't know. But
no, I missed it.
You might have missed it. Either that or it's coming on this Tuesday. I don't know. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up because Monette is a woman who has been down the aisle. How many times do you think she's been married? Just give me a ballpark.
Okay, because you're asking like this, I have to know that it's big. So she's been married 5 times.
Which I would have thought would have been huge.
Me too.
11
No.
times. Yes. She has been married 11 times. She's only 52. She changes husbands like she changes her, her underwear. I mean.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that.
No, I couldn't even imagine 2 times.
But who says, oh, you know what? I want to marry this person who's been married 11 times. If I saw that track record, I would be like, okay, this is not going to stick.
No, and why would you want to
Why
marry
bother?
Right, she calls herself, listen to this, she calls herself boy crazy and says she's been that way ever since she had a crush at 2 years old. It is, she is, apparently, Monette is one of 4 cast members who have been collectively married for 20 times. All 4 women are in relationships, but their current partners may not share the same views about marriage. No, you know what? I mean, come on, 20 times? I mean, I don't get it.
Wait a minute. But she's only been married 11. So in other words, the cast together,
4
they've all
people.
been married.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 people have been married 20 times, but she's really carrying the bulk of the weight there because she's been married 11 times.
Yeah. So
my goodness.
Yeah, she says
do people show up to the wedding? Like, does the family still show up to the wedding and give her gifts? Speaking of gifts.
Yeah, no, that's another disaster waiting to happen. I think at some point, if you're married less than a year, you should have to give the money back. But
I think they do have an etiquette rule like that or
I don't
something.
think anybody
but
does it. Yeah.
I don't think anyone does
Here's an interesting thing. She says, the thing I loved about marriage is that was just what I always believed you were supposed to be, right? You're supposed to be married. You're supposed to have a husband.
Okay.
So in my movie, she said, that's what I had. When relationships don't work out for her, Monette says she just needs to find another actor to fit in her movie. So I don't think that's the way the church wanted it, but I don't think that's the way anything. I mean, the whole purpose of marriage, 11 times at 52. That's
I want to hear the conversation with the guy she's dating. Does she say, "Hey, you look like you could be a good actor for this part. I like to get married, and you look like the part." Is this how she approaches it?
I think she's onto something though, because I think maybe what she people should do is basically have what we call a contract for, like, you start off with like a 2-year contract and then you keep renewing a 2-year contract until you decide, you know what, I don't need to renew this. It's not working out, right? So just keep going and then get the next person and whatever. That could be something, but I don't know. To me, that is just too many times getting married. I don't know why. I see people that do it 2 and 3 times, and I wonder as well why you do it 2. 2 times I can understand. 3, it's getting a little hazy, and 4, forget about it. I mean, I don't probably
so
wouldn't.
Out.
I'm out. 2 is too much, I think. Really.
Yeah.
What about
That's
you?
Funny. Honestly, if a guy came up to me and said, "Look, I've been married 11 times," that would kind of X him out immediately. Because I just feel like, okay, this isn't for real. I wouldn't think of that as a marriage. I don't know. I wouldn't think that it would stick. I would just assume that this is a temporary thing. So why get married? I can date you, but
Yeah.
I don't need to do the whole rigmarole.
No, don't do it 11 times. But Addicted to Marriage on TLC. I am not watching this, but it was just intriguing to me.
It's fascinating to me that anyone's been married that many times. I can't even fathom it. I'm in shock over here.
What would have been more interesting if she had 11 husbands that all passed away mysteriously. I think that would have been that would have been more fun to watch, but would have been a mystery.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
but that would be on a whole other channel, and that would be like a whole different thing.
It would be like the So I Married an Axe Murderer movie with Mike Myers and it was Harriet, sweet Harriet. Yeah. So anyway, that's my thing there. But I thought you would enjoy that somebody would want to be married 11 times.
That's insane. I'm shocked. I'm like, oh my goodness. How does it happen? How does the next guy say, yeah,
I'll try that.
I'm going to be the one.
Yeah,
I'm going to be the one.
At some point, I think she's probably damaged goods after 11. But after 5, I would have said, would have been an issue. But 11,
Damaged goods. What is that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking that she's damaged some way to want to be married 11 times.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
Where you're coming from.
Yeah, I apologize. That's what I didn't mean to be rude. I was just.
No, no. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I just would think like, who wants to sign on and be number 12?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would think, no, that's not going to work.
There's not enough alcohol in the world for me to do that. So we're going to move on from 11 Times Married to someone who you probably enjoy watching on TV and watching on any movie. The Rock is all over the place. And The Rock was promoting his new movie, Red Notice, which is on Netflix. And he was on with James Corden. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but I saw the snippet. They were riding around the CBS lot, and they went over and they saw people at The Price is Right, and Rock was there, and they were singing like he does the carpool karaoke. They were singing inside. They did a Bee Gees song, which was kind of interesting. The Rock pretty much can do anything, and he's got a rap song out. From Mona. I think he tricked him into singing "You're Welcome" from Mona, and then and so he likes disco and all this stuff. But kind of interesting that The Rock was on with James Corden. Have you watched Carpool Karaoke? I kind of find that interesting.
Absolutely. I love carpool karaoke. And I like James Corden, too.
Yeah.
He's a very sweet guy. I met him at an event, and he took all kinds of selfies. He really had fun doing selfies with the people that were there. So he's really fun. But I love the whole carpool karaoke because, first of all, he's like a really talented singer. He's got an amazing range, and I think it's really fun. But I had no idea that The Rock was, such a singer.
Yeah, no, I saw something. He was on Lip Sync Battle once, and he came out and did Taylor Swift, which was amazing. He called her T-Swizzle at the time, and he was on, and he did it, and he was Shake It Off, and he did very well. So you need to go back and watch that.
I need to go and watch that because that sounds like it would be really fun. He has fun doing whatever he's doing, and that's, I think, what makes us want to watch him so much. He just enjoys himself,
Yeah. Well, and that's what's love. Everything I've watched him on, he's tremendous. He was great in the he was in on the HBO series with the football. I'm trying to think of it now off the top of my head. I can't remember, but it was really good. And go back and watch it if we can figure out the name. We'll get to it. We'll
Send me a link.
Yeah, we'll send you a link to it. But it was really good. I enjoyed it. And speaking of T-Swizzle, I don't know if you've seen this, but she's teamed up with Starbucks for holiday coffee collaboration. So now you can get your in anticipation of her version of a beloved Red album on Friday. Starbucks announced an official deal with the singer on a Red-themed holiday treat. So you can get, I think it's going to be Swifties can enjoy a Tay's favorite drink, a grande caramel non-fat latte. You need to say you're looking for Taylor's latte or Taylor's version. So you can get a copy of the Starbucks app, apparently. So T-Swizzle is at Starbucks.
Okay, so this drink is something that she actually drinks. It's a non-fat caramel.
It's a grande caramel non-fat latte that she drinks. Yeah, apparently. So
okay, that doesn't sound bad.
No, I just don't know why non-fat. I'd go for the full fat. She could use a little bit of weight on her.
I'm sure she works really hard at staying that thin.
I'm sure. Just like you do. You work hard. You do all these things. And what are you up to these days? What is new with Yomary? Because that's more important than Taylor Swift any day.
New with me, I have been having fun taking classes. I've been taking improv. I'm graduating UCB in a couple of weeks. So that's been a lot of fun, lots of laughs. And I've also been learning RP so that I can speak like a proper British person.
Oh, hello, Lovia. We might have some listeners that might enjoy that. That's very impressive.
Perhaps.
They're like, please stop now.
Please stop. No, I've got work to do, but it's been fun. It's been fun learning. So I've been doing that. And I started working as a special correspondent for a company that does car reviews.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. What
It is fun. I get to drive cars and do some crazy things, so it'll be fun.
what kind of cars are you driving there, Yomary? Are we driving a Tesla? Are you driving a
Well, my
Hyundai? What are
shoot
we doing?
yesterday involved a Tesla, but
How
it's going to be
fortuitous
everything.
of me.
Exactly. So yeah, it just depends. I'm going to be driving and talking about all kinds of cars, everything from SUVs to sports cars to just about anything else.
Now, are
So
you going to be promoting this on social media, young lady, or is this going to be on your website, yomary.com, or how can we find you?
It's going to be on Edmunds.com, so
Okay.
I will be there.
Okay.
But I never promote myself. I'm terrible at that.
You need to. We love
I
you, so you need to get
know.
promoted. We just love it. I can't believe you came on for a second time with me. You knew what you're getting into after the first time, and for some
was
reason,
fun.
yeah, it's always I enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun. We've got 84 episodes. You're the 84th episode today. And,
Do I get a prize for being the 84th?
I was going to
guest?
get you a gift, but I decided to pass. Remember the gift?
Yes, you're going to donate it
I'm going
to
to donate.
someone else.
Yes, someone else that really needs the gift, Yomary. But
And I think that is absolutely fabulous. So I want you to donate it in my name.
I appreciate. I will do that. And now you can like Lens Burning Bush on Facebook at Lens Burning Bush. So make sure you go and do that, and follow at Lens Burning Bush on Twitter. YouTube channel is Lenny L 1015, and you can listen to that as well. I take all of the episodes and they get uploaded to YouTube. Even though there's no video, you can actually hear it there as well. However you want to hear it, it's on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, iHeartRadio, TuneIn. You can even ask Alexa to play Lens Burning Bush podcast. We're on Stitcher, Pandora, all of these places. We're outside the U.S. People have listened in all different kinds of countries. I don't know why, Yomary, but it's good that they do, and thank you to them, because it's nice to see people outside of the U.S. that likes this as well.
That's awesome. I'm glad you've got this great viewership all around the world, and you should.
Well, that's so nice of you. You know, you're I would say your check's in the mail, but you know that we can Venmo now, so we don't need to do that. That's kind of the way.
Let's be honest. You're just going to donate it to someone
I'm
else
donating
anyway.
to someone else who needs it. This is my new thing, and we're going to just keep doing it. But, so this Black Friday, just think about it when you're standing in line, which some people still do, but you're going to have the people that'll be on their computer, and we all do it. I mean, let's be honest. Who doesn't want a deal, right? Who doesn't want to sit there on Black Friday? We'd go down to my cousin's house, and we'd sit up there Thanksgiving night at about waiting for Apple's latest thing at 12 o'clock. But that wasn't for anyone else. We were buying it for ourselves, right? That's the kind of thing. And that's what we do. So there's no harm in buying something for yourself. I'm just saying that don't give me this facade that we're buying for other people. That's, kind of where I'm going with this.
No pretense.
No
Let's just
pretense.
put it out there. I am being nice to myself.
Yes.
And that's okay.
It is okay to be nice to yourself. You should be nice. If you can't love yourself, then who can, right? You have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. That's the way it works. Well, Yomary, thank you so much. As always, you're a treasure, and I hope you'll come back for a third time at some point. We'll see how we'll do it, but make sure you follow Yomary on Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram and Snapface, whatever the heck those are, right? What do we have now? We have all these things. Do you do the TikTok I'm not into the TikTok.
I think I am done joining media sites.
Yes.
First of all, I'm not on there that much. And why keep adding to it? I'm like,
too much.
It's too much.
Well,
Yeah.
I just, I try to keep up, but it's too much. I'm not doing Snapchat, and I'm not doing, I do Instagram, but I'm not going to do I'm not going to do TikTok, and I'm not doing all that stuff. I can't imagine me being on TikTok anyway. What would be good to put on? No idea.
I want to see you dancing.
Oh, sure. Well, I can dance a little bit if I want to,
Yeah. And you can sing.
That's true. I have been known to belt out a few songs. So I appreciate the kind comments, and we'll be appearing on any of it. But thank you, Yomary Cruz. I'm Len Harvey. We'll be back with another episode of Lens Burning Bush next week. So long.